Hey all, today's going to be hopefully a quick video. When I was doing the water pump and associate hoses in this, I realized that though it's on the receipts from the previous owner, the shop that they brought it to never actually put plugs in it, so the plugs in this are all old and nasty. So I'm going to pull those, I'm going to put a fresh set of plugs in, which can only make it run better. So, like everywhere else apparently in the world right now, we are having a heat wave here in Rhode Island, you know, because climate change isn't real. So it's limited my ability to work on stuff because it's fuck off hot. I'm not good with hot in general. So yeah, haven't been doing much car work, but I need to get these plugs done just before I forget, basically. So I'm gonna get these done, and hopefully I'll be in and out quickly and go back to the air conditioning. All right, I got the plug out. It's not too bad. They might actually have been replaced and just for some reason rusted really hard. But it does have a little bit of wear. The end of the electrode's rounded off, so it's not going to hurt to put new plugs in. Yes, I'm putting coppers in just because I don't know how long this engine's staying in here. I may do an engine swap, so the long life of iridiums is not going to be that big a deal. But in the process, trying to get the boot off, I pulled the crimp off the end of the spark plug wire connector. So that means this wire needs to be replaced. I'm going to wait to buy a new set of wires because if I'm lucky and this is the only one that fails, I can buy a spark plug wire instead of a whole set because these are fairly new. So we'll see what happens before I go and invest in a new set of wires. But this is annoying because it's just added another step to the job and at least one trip to the parts store. All right, I'm making an attempt here. When this connector popped off, it did so without really tearing anything up, and it's in good enough shape. Like, these aren't an old set of wires. So what I attempted to do is bent it back out, put it on here, and then re-crimped it with the pliers. Seems to have a good solid connection, so I'm gonna put it back in here, fire the engine up. If I'm lucky, this will work just as good as original because it's gripped in there pretty good. And if it doesn't work, I'm out nothing because I still have to buy one replacement wire. But all the other ones came out fine. All the other plugs came out fine. There's no surprises on any of them. There's some very slight variations, but well within the parameters of a 26-year-old engine. So yeah, this is just going to go back in here. This is going to go back on the motor. And in theory, this is all set. I could very slightly smell coolant here. So it's one of two things. It's either the leftover spilled coolant from when I pulled this hose off because it flooded the back of the motor pretty good, or this hose clamp was a little bit loose, so I gave this clamp a couple turns just to tighten it up, and that should take care of the coolant problem. Every single plug got a little bit of anti-seize on its threads so that they wouldn't lock themselves into the hub, and every single one of these wire ends is getting a little bit of dielectric grease, which they don't seem to have had. They seem to have been completely dry, which may have been a little bit of my trouble getting it off. But with this one, in theory, this job is done. All right, that'll do me for today. Thank you all very much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.